Thank you very much for staying with us. A very good afternoon to viewers who've just joined us. It's just a little over 6.5 hours of voting already. I am with Ayanda Nyati in the special broadcast live from the Results Operations Center. Before we took a break, I was linking to Khayelihle Khumalo, who has been chasing struggle stalwart Sophie De Bruyn, who, there we go, there we have the visuals, is just about to cast her vote. Khayelihle Khumalo, good afternoon to you. We can see Mayor Sophie De Bruyn there. Give us a sense of what the mood and the festivities are where you are. Kaya?
Well, that's right, Sebenzile. So this is a repository of history in South Africa. You know that you go back to 1956. Those iconic women from all races, all colors, who stood against the apartheid regime. So this is incredible to watch these visuals, for her to have this moment really to exercise a civic duty, to vote here in Inanda, right in the north of Durban. So you can see that he's flanked by some ANC officials here. And she looks quite fit, and she's looking forward to this moment. And now she's going to go to those very all-important corner there, where she's going to really exercise the power of X. And obviously, I mean, it's quite known that her vote is not a secret. And during the course of the day, we hope to have a word or two with her. So now she needs to be afforded that privacy where she will have an opportunity to vote. And as you know, that's in front of me. I can see 3 boxes here where she'll be able to vote. So as you can see now, she's waiting patiently so that she does have an opportunity to vote. But these are very interesting times, Sebenzile, especially when we see these stalwarts. A lot of them, what has been a key message today is that all South Africans should heed the call, go out and vote. You know that 9 p.m. is a cut-off time. And a lot of them really, they're also calling for a political tolerance, especially in those areas that are perceived to be hotspots. So as you can see, that the IC officials, they're trying to make sure that the process is as seamless as possible. So we're going to wait for her, afford an opportunity to go and vote as she waits patiently. But also it's been really interesting, Sebenzile. I mean, not far from where we're positioned now, we've had an opportunity to be at Killarney Country Club, where a number of former presidents have been voting, a lot of them really saying that everything has been going very much well in terms of the processes and the mechanisms that have been put in place by the IEC. So we're just kindly waiting now for Sophie De Bruyn to have an opportunity to go and vote. So there you have it, Sebenzile. Now she's going to really use the power of X, so to speak. And it's quite fascinating to see all these visuals really unfolding here. I think she's making a hint for a pen. So something that is very essential. So what you really need to vote is your green barcoded ID, your smart card, or your temporary ID, so that you're able to have a very good experience. So just once again reflecting on the day, Sebenzile, we've had an opportunity where we've just been moving across here in the northern parts of Johannesburg, especially with a number of stalwarts, a lot of them really just emphasizing that issue of saying this is an inalienable right. It's quite important for you not to forgo this opportunity. So as you can see now, we can't see Sophie De Bruyn. She's now finally exercising that all-important, hard-fought democratic rights, a very important issue for South Africa, but also, Sebenzile, a very momentous time for South Africa. We know that it's 30 years of democratic dispensation, but also for the IEC, this is a very monumental undertaking. And we saw earlier where we saw also the election observers from so many organizations. And you talk about the likes of the African Union, led by former Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta, but also you do have the SADC bloc itself, It's led by former Zambian Vice President Enoch Kavindele. So they're scattered all over South Africa. So they will also have an opportunity to present their very own observations, but also, most importantly, in terms of making sure that there's a wider voter participation across the country. But a point really, for example, that the SADC observers had really just noted was around the political tolerance, especially in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. That was a point that was emphasized. But also, a short while ago, former President Bega also emphasized the issue of saying that the political leaders, all the political actors really do have an important task to make sure that we see tolerance prevailing in all corners. So what we're positioned, you can really tell that it's a very fairly smooth process where the voters really do have an opportunity to exercise this all-important right. We know that it's a very important election where the political parties, they've been canvassing, they've been crisscrossing every inch of South Africa, across the length and breadth of South Africa, making sure that they try to win the hearts of the voters. So today it is a culmination moment where that all-important right is being exercised. So we are still patiently waiting for Mayor Sophie De Bruyn to come out. We know that it's about 3 ballot papers that you have, and in no minutes from now. So, but of course, we'll keep you posted here in Inanda. With that, back to you in studio.